to release the ball again. Fair tackling by the Australians. They win the possession back. This is Tom Rockcliffe. Ball is lost momentarily, but once more it's Easton Wood that's going forward for the visitors. Backfires Sam Mitchell. Sam needs a little bit of support. Kicks it forward where a hand pass probably would have been a better option, but it's still there for Andrew Gaff, and Andrew drops it in. The goalkeeper has to come off his line, but the ball is in the net, and Ireland concede a goal. Australia have got a 6-pointer.
That's a good goal, beautiful cross ball, just again beautifully angled, good score. That's very well taken. Ireland had no answer whatsoever to defending that.
Well, they're going to the replay here. I think it looked like Eddie Betts' goal, and the umpire is going to the third umpire here. So that's umpire Matthew Nichols, experienced AFL umpire. He's gone upstairs to have a look at this one.
No, I think it was Jared Roughhead who got that actually.
Okay.
I think it's legitimate because he came from outside the small square. Might be wrong on that, but I thought it was legitimate.
What is the verdict?
Sorry, we're just checking to see if it's a square ball first. We're just checking if it's offside.
So what's the rule here, Marty? You need to come from outside the small square before the ball.
Have to say, to me, Martin, it looks like a legitimate goal.
Okay, that's all clear from my point of view.
Okay, clear. So it is a goal, all clear. Yep. No,
So the goal stands. It seemed perfectly legitimate from our perspective, and third official agreed. So it's Eddie Betts that gets the credit.
Yeah, well, to me it was perfectly legitimate. Okay, I can see why there was a question about it. There were one or two in the small square, but it wasn't the player in the small square that actually finished off the move. It was the guy, maybe Eddie I thought myself when I saw it first it was Jared Roughhead who got it, but Eddie Betts has been credited with it, and it was perfectly legitimate.
Either way, we're back to 6 points and some momentum with Australia. So this is a really, really big centre bounce we're about to take here.
Now, what about this for a climax and a finish? And it's Gary Brennan that gets a touch and a challenge in. Picked up here by Dyson Heppel. Just 5 points between the teams, 6 points between the teams, as with just 4 minutes left to go. What's going to happen here at Croke Park? Here's Andrew Gaff getting inside Jack McCaffrey, putting it forward. Australia have a chance. They're in front of the goals. They take the shot, and that is an over. That is 3 points.
A very good score, but Ireland will be absolutely disgusted. They'll be scratching their head and wondering how in the name of God they have contrived to allow Australia back into this when they had such a commanding lead at half-time. The old curse of going defensive, I think, has actually kind of come back to bite Ireland in this case. I would credit Australia with the sense of adventure they have shown in the third and fourth quarter.
Oh, there's a bit of tension here at Croke Park, Marty. All of a sudden, there's 38,000, nearly 40,000 here, and they're starting to feel it. 3
points between Ireland and Australia, and in the middle of the field we have some wonderful high fielding and marking. Going forward, it's Robert Murphy, as the Australians sense that they could actually get this at the death. They've been behind all through this match. At the end of the first quarter they trailed by 8 points. The end of the second quarter was 20 points. The end of the third, 11. Right now, with 3 minutes to go, it's 3 points between Ireland and Australia.
Yeah, but they're so naturally disposed to attack, Marty, that they were never really out of this game, and they deserve, on the basis of their second and third quarter, to be within striking distance of Ireland.
Colin Begley going to take this free.
Played 30 AFL games, Colin Begley. Australian people understand that with Brisbane and St Kilda.
Sideline ball for Ireland on this occasion as Aidan O'Shea went up for it. This is Vice-Captain Lee Keegan. Looking at options. Ireland really do need to keep possession now as much as possible. Gathering it cleanly is Dyson Heppel. Backfire is Andrew Gaff. Going forward is Sam Mitchell. This is Mitchell picking it up cleanly. Looking for the help and support of Luke Hodge. But the ball is given away to Peter Hart. Ireland have to have this opportunity as Paul Kerrigan. It's Bernard Brogan taken down, and the referee,
that's a good tackle,
has blown his whistle, I think, but I'm not too sure.
Well, it has to be holding the ball. There's no other way So what's he doing? The umpire is calling a ball up. Well,
No, I thought that was a perfectly executed tackle. Bernard Brogan got the ball, was certainly pulled down legitimately.
yeah, extraordinary decision.
Controversy at the very end as Aidan O'Shea tries to get a ball in. Fletcher just pulls in it. Aidan O'Shea is there, has to release the ball again. Ireland try to put the pressure on the Australians, but they're defending manfully and courageously. Sam Mitchell gets it out over the sideline. Sideline ball for Ireland. And listen to the roar of over 36,000 people. They're really enjoying. Joe Kernan is down the sideline with Porrick Joyce. The clock is ticking towards that 18th minute and a half left. What's Paul Kerrigan going to do in front of the Cusack stand?
Well, certainly the last quarter has engaged the crowd in a big way. Credit the Australians in the way they've come back from a seemingly impossible position.
Andrew Gaff half blocked it on the Australians. Look at the spirit of the Australians. Throwing everything at this. Luke Hodge over for Sam Mitchell. The Australians go into counter-attack mode. The long ball. Still battling hard is Robbie Gray. Across comes Philly McMahon. Lee Keegan. Peter Hart. Back to Keegan once more. Getting rid of the ball quickly. The mark is for Aidan O'Shea. And he'll try and calm matters down.
Yeah, they're very defensive, haven't they, the Irish, since half-time. They've really just tried to do this, hold on to the ball. There's still enough time for an Australian score.
I'm just wondering if that ball there actually went backwards, Marty. And I thought when the ball went backwards, it can't be marked.
Yes.
Darren Hughes got the mark on this occasion. Gary Brennan got another one and is just in front of the Hogan stand, taking this to Donegal Walsh.
Australian coaching staff down there screaming the man up now. They really need to get one-on-one here, force a turnover.
Walsh drops it in. Right man, right place. Second right man, right place. It's Bernard Brogan. Mayo and Dublin combine. In the last few seconds of this international, the crowd are rightly behind their country now. They've anticipated this wonderful match that has turned out from one quarter to another. Wonderful defending by Australia, wonderful fight back by Australia. But Ireland have finally found their rhythm in the last few seconds as the clock ticks towards 18th minute. 56-52. And the hooter sounds. The free is still going to be taken by Conor McManus, which is allowed. And McManus will go to finish off this, but Darren Fletcher will put it away. And the result favours Ireland. Ireland captain Bernard Brogan congratulates his own teammates, commiserates with the Australians, including Darren Fletcher. But what about